Alright guys, the no AC call behind an electrician that the guy was having issues with his breaker over here tripping in the panel, and he had the electrician come out. I had him turn the thermostat down. He's upstairs in a meeting. Breaker was tripping over here in this panel. And so he called an electrician. Electrician said that he thinks it's the unit that is the problem. Said it was the main breaker in the panel, this panel over here. Said that this breaker had tripped the main for it, but he has the breaker to the AC turned off. He said the electrician checked and said the condenser fan motor was the problem. So anyway, we are going to check it all out and confirm his diagnosis, which I can go ahead and tell you, if it is the fan motor, we're going to need the OEM motor more than likely. Because these older trains, yep, so a universal style type motor is not going to fit in here, so we'd have to have the OEM motor to fix this. And that shaft's pretty rusted down there. This might make a good not using a motor puller video. Alright, this is an older, gosh. Oh, I am dropping screws already. This is a 2000, no it's not, it's 1996, possibly the stickers on this, a 90 something, probably a 96 is what I'm seeing. Old train, straight AC. Going on in here. So somebody has put a start kit in it at some point, because I don't think that came in this unit. Oh, I know there's supposed to be a piece of seal tight or something around these wires. I mean, they're not pinched, but we'll check all that. We'll see what's tripping. So let's break out the meter first. I'll check what I'm seeing here. Everything's wired up right. We got our common and run. Got our fan speed over here. It looks like it's all wired up right. Our capacitor here. There's our fan. There's going to be our common, or no, our Herm, excuse me, from our compressor. Coming back off our start relay, and then there's our common from our fan. Our common coming back over from the contactor. It's buzzing. Doesn't look horrible. It's probably the original contactor. You will not find a contactor on any shelf anywhere in any supply house that'll last as long as that one has lasted. Probably been through 5 of these jars. One contactor. So everything appears to be wired correctly. So let's get over here with the meter. Start checking some things to ground and see if I can come up with something. Then we'll flip that breaker and see what happens. I don't want to turn it on just yet. Alrighty, let's just start going to ground here. Checking some things. Nothing there. Nothing there, unless we're dealing with some kind of locked rotor situation with the compressor or the motor. Double checking. Just checking some screws, making sure I got a good ground circuit in here. Alrighty, so let's set this for amps, and then we're going to do our inrush, and let's see what this thing does, see if it comes on, see if it trips the breaker or what. Let's try it out and see. Yeah, it tripped just as soon as I turned it on. And there's no crankcase heater down there that I'm aware of. Heat pump has them, this shouldn't have one. So let's just start checking some things out. You see that 60 right there? I mean, I don't believe a fan motor is going to do that. It's just going to sit out here and burn up. So let me make sure my voltage is gone. And we'll do a little bit of investigation. See what we can come up with. There. Nope, set that to the right spot. That might help. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. So we'll start checking the windings in this thing, check these start components and see what we got going on. Just to double check and test. What's the LRA on this thing? Oh, LRA on this is 102 for that compressor. This breaker's what's it say we need up here? 40. And our breaker is a 40. So let's double check. I'm doing this more to just make sure my meter, which it damn well better be as much as I paid for it, and it's only a year and a half old. It better be reading correct. So, yep. So we got 56 right there on our run capacitor. So let's check the windings on the compressor real quick. Alright, so then we're going to all-mount our windings real quick on our compressor. See how they look. So we will go common first. Do common run. So we got 0.56 right there between common and run. Now let's do common to start. Or common to run, whichever one you want to call it. We got 1.9 there. So, or 1.2 and 0.6. So I should get 1.8 when I go between start and run. And I'm at 1.6. Let me get a better grip because I did see 1.8 on there for a minute. Squeeze these two down real good and tight. So I got 1.6, so 1.18 and 0.56. 1.6 is not bad. 1 plus 2 equals 3. Pretty close. So now, let me put my other lead on here. We're going to check this thing to ground real quick. And I tend to like to use the copper on the unit when I'm checking a compressor to ground. So that suction line comes down right out of the bottom of this thing. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to get some sandpaper, clean that up a little bit. So I'm going to come down here and come off this copper on the suction line, because this goes right back in to the compressor. And we're going to check this to ground. Check our windings. And we'll do the same thing with the fan motor. There we go. Nothing. Nothing. And open. Yes, I'm getting nothing. They're all showing open. Not getting any resistance whatsoever. And this does read mega ohms. I'm not getting anything on that, so let's investigate this fan motor a little bit. We'll just put the regular lead back on there. So there. There we got 1.9. Got 8.0. 6.3, and none of these reconfirmed. None of these are showing a short to ground. I've got 2 mega ohms on this one. 4, 2. That fan motor may be our problem. 4.2 mega ohms there. Over here to our common. Nothing on common. So we are reading some mega ohms to ground on this fan motor. So we're going to do it backwards. I'm going to reconnect the compressor to the contactor, then turn the breaker back on, see what happens. Alright, so yes, I know that's reading bad, but it should try to come on and start. But that 60 amps is throwing me off. That would be from that, but we're going to see what happens with the fan motor out of the circuit. Let's put this back on. Set that for our inrush. Let's turn the breaker back on, see what happens. Compressor is on and it is running. Hear that? And pulling 11 amps. So let's take the compressor out of the circuit, put the fan back in the circuit. Alright, so we've got the fan connected back, speed wire to the contactor, our common, our fan, Compressor wires are up here for common start run. Compressor is not in the circuit. So let's see what happens when we turn the breaker on this time. And it tripped. Fan is the problem. So let's quote him a new fan motor. And inrush on that fan. 31.2. Alright, let me give him a quote on his fan motor, and we'll see if we can get this thing fixed.